What's up guys, Rico here. Welcome back to Chibind Brothers. Today I've got a very exciting topic from a very exciting company, Marathon Digital Holding Group, or ticker symbol MARA. Is MARA stock a good buy right now? And if it is, how high can MARA really reach in 2021? So that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about in this video, and I will show you exactly what MARA is about to do. But before that, there's a couple of things you need to consider, you need to know. You see, MARA is pretty much a company that mine Bitcoin, and the performance of MARA stock, it actually mimics exactly what the performance of Bitcoin is. So in other words, the better and higher that Bitcoin goes or Bitcoin performs, MARA stock does exactly the same thing. Because guess what? It's a company that's pretty much based, like I said, on mining Bitcoins or digital assets, which means for the fact that the digital assets are really uptrending and performing right now, and so is MARA stock. So without further ado, let's just get into it, and I'm going to show you exactly what I think and how long or how much time I think that price target of MARA stock is probably going to get there. According to the data, I could make a video and say it's going to go up 500 times, or I don't know, to 1,000 something. It's going to be exciting, and probably a lot of people are going to want to click on it to see what it is, but we're not going to go off of things that because we want people to click on it. We're going to go based on the data and what it's actually showing us, and I will show you and what we think or where we're probably going to see MARA is going to go at. So please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get videos just like this one every single time we post them. Well, let's not take much time. Let's dive right into it. All right, guys, I've got the chart of MARA stock pulled up here so you guys can see what exactly is going on. So, all right, so we've seen how it's been performing ever since this cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, bull run has been started. We started all the way back in December. As you can see right here, this is MARA stock chart, and I'm going to actually pull up the Bitcoin chart shortly so I can show you what I'm talking about. So when we started the whole bull run in Bitcoin back in December, actually, that's when we kind of we started seeing really the push, and MARA started really going up. And as you can see, this is what we've been doing, right? We went up, and then this is pretty much what's been going on. And every single time we got up in January, we reached a new all-time high. And then it was somewhere mid-January. And then mid-February, we need another all-time high. And all the way up to now, we're in pretty much April. This is where we are right now. So I'm going to show you the Bitcoin charts. So we're going to look at both of them at the same time, and I will tell you what I'm talking about. This is the Bitcoin chart. What do you see right there? Look, I'm going to put it, I will play it back again. I'm going to show you what MARA stock, there it is. And this is the Bitcoin chart. Any similarities? You can see, you could tell that exactly back in December, this is where the bull run of Bitcoin started. And so is MARA right there. And then look, somewhere around at the beginning of January, like really early January, mid-January, I would say, MARA stock went up all the way, at first all-time high. Guess what Bitcoin did? Here we go, right here. And then we pull back, and then if you look right here, this is mid-February when we touch this line again. This line right here is a very important one. Because if you keep up with this line, especially the top one, and no, also the bottom, but just look mostly at the top line, then you will see what I'm talking about. And guess what? We did the same thing with MARA. Mid-February, around the exact same time, MARA did the same thing. Guess what it did? It touched the line again. And this is what we have been doing for quite a while. And this is where we are right now with MARA. And guess what? This is exactly where we are with Bitcoin. So now think about it this way. The more we are moving forward, the more Bitcoin is performing in this uptrend, MARA stock is pretty much mimicking literally the same thing. That is the first thing that the data is showing us so far. So here's another thing. You see, something that's very important that every trader pretty much knows is for every all-time high, right? We have been making higher highs. As you can see, this was the first all-time high from December of 2020. But then in 2021, we made a second all-time high that was a higher high. We pulled back, but after we did the higher high, guess what we did? This was our first low. Then we made the second higher high, and then guess what we did? We made the second higher low because this low was much higher than this one. And then we made a third higher high, and guess what? Another third higher low. So higher highs plus higher lows means uptrend. So right now we are in a serious bull run uptrend with Mara, which is exactly what's going on with Bitcoin, exactly like I just showed you with Mara stock on the chart. So a lot of people might be saying, well, we're probably done with Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to be any higher than this. But guess what? For everyone or everybody who's actually been trading, cryptos or anything, they know very well that there's always what we call a super cycle that happens. This is data backed. It's not just a story that people talk about. There's a lot of data that actually backed it up. And I'm pretty sure in some of our crypto videos, we talk about it too. But there's the super cycle that always happens every single time there's a bull run. And that super cycle usually shows or brings, is what really gonna bring the peak of how high Bitcoin can go. So in this one, we are getting closer and closer to the super cycle, which means we are due again. So as you've seen this one exactly, this is the Bitcoin chart. As you see, we've been touching this line. That means this line has been really showing us every higher highs that we've been making. So this has been a resistance. So you see, we touched that one right here. We touched that one right here. And then we touched it right here. We have not, because right here we kind of came back, but we didn't. Which means since we have not gone into we have not reached the super cycle yet, guess what? We still need to go all the way and touch this line up here. But as you can see, it's opening up like a cone. It's opening up pretty much. The more we're moving forward, the more the space between them is becoming bigger. So just look, right now Bitcoin is about a $57,000, $58,000 a coin. But if you look, let's say even if I were to put a straight line, of course it's not going to go up in a straight line. But even if I were to go up in a straight line, in order for us to really reach that line, if I were to take a straight line, that would be somewhere around $80,000 a coin. But if you now think about it for a second, you're going to realize something. The more we are moving here, it'll be easier to see that Bitcoin, once it goes into the super cycle, there is a possibility for at least for the coin to actually touch somewhere around $80,000 to $85,000 a coin during the super cycle, which now means, because this video is not like crypto, this is about Mara stock. So if we have to mimic exactly the same thing, since that's the behavior that Mara stock has been doing, so guess what? Our cone is opening even more and more. It's kind of a triangle right here, right? And as you look here, it's pretty much the same thing. So as we go up this line right here, we have a possibility to see Mara go all the way to 85, and possibly, actually, we have the possibility to see Mara go all the way up to $90 a share this year in 2021. There is a possibility, a very strong possibility, based on the data, not just me talking just because I want to make you feel excited about the stock or about how it's been performing, but based on what we've seen. You could tell for yourself. We touched here, first higher high, second higher high, third higher high, and making higher lows as we keep going. As you see, we are literally staying within this right here, this space. Which means the next time we go touch this line, we're going to be around 85, somewhere around to 80, to $90 a share. So now the quick question, or the other question you might ask is, how long could this probably take for us to get there? Well, this is kind of how I try to figure this one out, which is something that I've done in other videos, and I'm going to show that to you guys again. What I usually do is based on a current volatility, and I usually try to use it on an option chart that it can kind of give me where we might get or where we might be based on the current implied volatility into market. So before we get there, here's the thing. Now that we know that Mara is it closed today at $52.47. So let's just say $52. We're gonna round it down to 52 bucks. In order for Mara to go from $52 to $90, the difference, 90 minus $52, that's about $38. All right, so when I'm gonna come here, like I said, based on the current implied volatility, this is what's gonna tell us, or can at least give us an approximate of how long it will take for Mara to go up 38 points on a specific day or date during this year 2020. Okay, that might sound a bit complicated, but here it is. So basically, how long will it take for Mara to go up by 38 points? This is what you look at. When I'm looking here, right here, we said 28 points. We're still 10 more points, and that's all the way up to June. So we're gonna close this one. Let's see, the next one is 49. So you can see we have 28 plus minus 28 right here, but the next one is plus minus 49 points. So I'm gonna go with this one because it's pretty much above, a little further away than 38. I'd rather go above than going below. So I'm gonna pick 49. So basically, this is telling me that before we get to September or somewhere close to September, so it could be maybe somewhere in August or something, but before we get to September on this date, Mara will be able to go up, according to the current implied volatility, 49 points, which is exactly how much or more than what we actually need, which is 38 points to get to $90 a share. So this is what I'm talking about. And now, if you think about it, of course, a Bitcoin super cycle doesn't, because a lot of people say it happen next week or the week after. It takes time. Usually it takes months before we get to, but we are already in that box that we're about to break out of it. And you can see the ceiling of Bitcoin so far has been $60,000. So we are literally right there before we break out for the super cycle. And once we break out here for the super cycle, guess what Mara stock is going to do? Mara is going to break out too. And once Mara breaks out, as we look at the chart right here, this is where we're going to go. We're going to go all the way. And this is literally our resistance where we think we're probably going to stop or bounce back, just like we've been doing the same here. But at least what the most I can see based on the data, the Mara can actually reach $90 a share. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys today. Again, this is not a financial advice. This is purely what I think based on the data and what I think Mara stock is telling me. Do your own due diligence. Try to find out your own research. Find out as much as you can before you put any dime into anything, even before you want it or before you decide to actually go all the way into. As I think for me right now, Mara is a pretty good buy. If you're interested in trading in the stock market and you would like to use Webull, please use the link below in the description. Sign up, deposit at least $100, and we're gonna both get 2 free stocks. It could be value up to $1,300. Or if you like to invest with M1 Finance, please use the link below and deposit at least $100, and you're gonna get $30 for free, just like that. Well, that was it, guys. Thank you so much. As for me, as always, I will see you in my next video, which is next Wednesday. Bye-bye.